Please, I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes, please.
So from the introductions where I came to meet, I believe, in fact, all of us on this call are having depth knowledge in tech. So I'd be happy if it's kind of like an interaction session. So to start off, I'd like to know anyone who has an idea of what artificial intelligence is.
Okay, can I speak, Elizabeth? I'd like to try.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I guess it's a way about should I say it's a way that computers are made to should I say think or act like human beings. That's how I'd want to, that's what I'd like to share.
All right. Please, is there any other contribution on what artificial intelligence may be?
For me, I think it is using computer programs to mimic human intelligence.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi, I said using computer programs to mimic human intelligence.
Please, I really didn't hear what you said. The line was breaking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, she said that using computer programs to mimic human behavior, human intelligence.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I believe we can move on. So as the contribution came, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science concerned with the automation of intelligent behavior. Intelligence is defined as the ability to learn or understand or deal with new situations, according to the Webster Dictionary. And further definitions for the AI from the PowerPoint tells us that it's the algorithms and methods and technique enabled by constraints, enabled by representations that suggest models targeted at thinking, perceptions, and actions. So we had a session, I think earlier this year or last year, and we went through the history of artificial intelligence. So I'll brush through that as well. So the history of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has been in existence for quite some time now, for about 80 years and still counting. So artificial intelligence, started around 1940s to the 1956, which is known as the gestation period, where the Boolean circuits of the model of human brain was developed by McCulloch and Pitts. And then the Turing test introduced by Alan Turing to test the intelligence of the machines, and then followed by the information theory and then Damwat's meeting. And fast forward to the 56 and then the late 70s, which is known as the rise of the AI. We had the early machine translations, and then the early works in the knowledge of the representations. And in the late 60s and to the early 70s, we had the working machine translations, and then we had the realizations of their own reality of scaling toy world applications. And a lot of funding for the AI research stopped around that time. And around the 70s to the mid 80s, which was also known as the knowledge-based systems, more work on the expert systems was done, and then system based on specific domain knowledge was also introduced. And in around the mid 80s, ML was introduced, or ML returned, which they started working on more powerful machines and neural networks, and they were using the natural language processing and adapting new scientific methods for the AI. And from then till the 2000s till date, we have seen that AI has been advanced a lot. We have a lot of data sets to work around with and document and algorithms and many much more. So that is a brief history about the AI. And we can see that the foundation of the AI is built on philosophy. Philosophy as in, can formal rules be used to draw valid conclusions? Questions like, how does the mind arise from the physical brain? And mathematics, what formula to use, how to derive, how to add. And economics, decision making, what to do, what not to do, how is it going to go along. And neuroscience, basically how the brain works, the brain functions and processes information. And for psychology, it's the study of how humans and animals think and act and interact for the AI learning. And we have the computer engineering, which also focused on the building of the systems. And the control and cybernetics is how the artifacts can operate under their own control. We have three types of AI, which is the artificial narrow intelligence, ANI, artificial general intelligence, AGI, and then artificial super intelligence. The ANI is said to be the most basic part of the AI system, which is involved with what we popularly know as the Siri, the Cortana, the Google Assistant, and all these basic AI at our disposal. And then the artificial general intelligence is also focused on kind of like a human level based system where the machines are able to reason and act on the human level. So around that area, we classify the robotics and those machines that are being built to behave in the human level knowledge-based way under the artificial general intelligence. And then the artificial super intelligence is basically the future of AI that we all see when we mention AI. So it focuses on what's how AI is going to be super intelligent to humans. It is going to be more reasonable than humans, an AI system where we don't require the human effort anymore. The AI is going to do just everything, but this is something yet to come. So currently, research and all other stuffs are being centered on the ANI and then the AGI. So if it works through, once the artificial general intelligence succeeds and becomes stable, then they move forward to the artificial super intelligence according to research. We have the applications of AI. We have the computer vision, which deals with the area where the machines are trained to be able to visualize things that they see in their environment. They'll be able to learn and use those kind of data around them. And then we have the robotics that, as the name goes, the building of the robots and all the other stuff. And then we have the deep learning, which is birthed from the machine learning, which does more. It's basically the machine having the ability to also be in the human reasoning level, as the machine learning is the process where the machine is trained with the data it receives. It has to study the pattern with the and analyzes and all those kind of things. The machine is being taught, so that is why it's called machine learning. And then we have the natural language processing, where the machine um, is taught to understand basic and complex languages, both our natural languages and ones that are inputted into the computer. And then the logics is also a representation of the formalism of all of the applications of the AI. Okay, so we have some areas under the applications where we can find AI being involved. We can see AI obviously being a tech, something is definitely found in mathematics and found in computer science, find in electrical engineering, a lot of the engineering and tech courses, we can find the AIs there. So on to this, those are a few of the AI examples that I gathered over the internet. We have the Sophia, the first AI humanoid robot, which was discovered around 2016, the first AI citizen. As a matter of fact, she's able to communicate on a basic level. She does have some smooth level of communication with the human. She sings and do better things. For now, it's just the upper part of her body. Her limbs are not really developed, but for now, she is the current existing humanoid. And we have Michaela. Michaela, I discovered Michaela on Instagram. So I did a little research about Michaela, and I realized she was a virtual robot, so like a virtual AI. To my understanding, I think it's a person, but they use the AI technology and she's able to change her appearance. So that's why we have this face. So in reality, this face is non-existent. It doesn't exist anywhere. It only exists on the internet. So she does everything. She does modeling. She does everything that we all do, but with this identity as a virtual robot. And then we have our basic level classified AIs, which are the Siri, the Cortana, the Google Assistants, classified as the voice assistants. We further also have our fingerprints from our mobile phones, our facial recognitions, and we have the voice translation and a lot of AI tech out there. So one may ask, what makes AI really useful? I believe one of the reasons people are being inclined to AI lately is because of how efficient it is. It is able to do the task that it is assigned to do. And of course, we might expect an error, but when the error is being made, we know where it is coming from compared to the humans, and it is more advanced and it does the work efficiently. And as it has been programmed already, it is able to make analysis more accurately compared to the human. So because of this nature of the AI, it is making it more reliable and it is responsible. So we tend to rely on the AI more than the human effort because it's an already structured program. So I'll move on to some career prospects in AI. We have the AI engineer. Before you go to the career prospects, let's oh sorry, I think I messed up my slide. Yeah, this should come before that. So the courses, some courses in AI is the data structures and algorithms, the mathematics, probabilities, statistics, Python programming, C++, Java, and the MATLAB, and then discrete maths. There are a lot of courses that one can take to enter into the field of AI. And then where to learn them, we have a lot of online resources to aid in the studies as well. So the career prospects in AI is the AI engineer, machine learning engineer, robotics engineer, data scientist, research scientist, big data, software engineer, and many, many more. AI is an evolving field which is still growing, breaking. It hasn't gotten to its stabilization yet. So it's an interesting area or field to explore with many opportunities. So basically, that is all that artificial intelligence is about. Training machines to reason and act like humans do, think as humans think, do some things that humans do, some basic things. So if first I was sweeping with a broom, I now have a vacuum cleaner to help me do that. And I have we have these advanced technologies that even clean food, does a lot of things in our AI. We have our smartphones, that is also a product of AI, the touch, and then the signals and all of that. So yeah, this is pretty much all of my presentation today. So if there are any questions at this point.
Okay. Hello. Hello, Elizabeth. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much. So maybe suppose that I'm now thinking of let's say learning about AI to probably get employment, right? With the what do you think would be the best place to start from? You gave us quite a number of resources, but what do you think would be a great place to start from?
Okay, so I'd say if you have access to education, then fine. But if not, Coursera is very good. But currently, I think TensorFlow is everything AI. So TensorFlow will give you a step-by-step guide to how to get into the field of AI, and Google as well. Maybe Coursera, you just may not know where to start from. But in Google AI, we have a resource, Google AI, where you get the step-by-step process, everything that you need to learn to get into that AI field. So TensorFlow and Google AI will be the best options to start with.
Thank you. As a follow-up, there's a question in the chat from Kids B that are there any specific courses on Coursera that you would recommend?
For the courses, I haven't taken much yet. So I have an already background in the data structures and the mathematics. So if you don't have a background in those areas, then I'd recommend that you'd take courses under the data structure and algorithm, the discrete mathematics, and then Python programming, which is widely used in the AI field for the program side. And then MATLAB is also used. So the key courses are the data structures, the Python language, and discrete mathematics and algorithm.
Okay, thank you. There are other, okay, so Pamibi shared that She Codes are currently giving free coding courses to women in developing countries, including Ghana. They teach Python in that course. So she shared the link as well.
Okay.
So I guess it would be good we check it out. Thank you very much, Pami, for sharing that. Right. And then Daniela also asks if there are any books or research tips or recommendations that you'd like to share.
For books, I take my resources online. So like I said earlier, the Google AI and then the TensorFlow, they give you that guideline as to what to do to get into the AI field. So, but for the books, I'm not really sure about what book to use, but I'm certain about the resources from the Google AI and the TensorFlow.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Okay, so I think since Python is coming up so much, okay, so Ida says she would recommend learning Python, right? And then Mary A says Code First Females in the UK has options for those in the UK and then some international locations. So since Python is coming up so much, so Women Who Code Accra has had 2 sessions on Python so far. They are available on the Women Who Code website. I'll just share the links so that if you are a beginner, you can probably check those out, because there was an introductory class and a follow-up one. So looking at this level of interest, I think perhaps we might need to come back and then run some other sessions. There are also a lot of resources on the Women Who Code website. There's even a Python track, right? And then a lot of those resources are free. So they are on the YouTube channel as well. So I'm just going to share the link for our first 2 sessions and the chat as well. Please hold on a second. Okay. Okay, and then Mary also suggested that you can join a Google developer group, that they have some ML and then AI lessons as well. Please, any other questions or suggestions or feedback? Okay, so those are the 2 sessions that we've had. Women Who Code Accra, so was a first 2 sessions on Python. Okay, thank you to everyone who's sharing the resources. So Ida mentioned that under Python, you have PyTorch, Keras, and TensorFlow. And then Pami B also mentioned that you can also learn Python on Udemy, that they have discounts sometimes as low as $11.99. I thank you, ladies. Thank you very much for sharing these. Okay, please, any other questions, suggestions, feedback? Okay, Elizabeth also shared the Google AI link. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. All right, so I'm going to end the recording for the talk. Right.